Tsipras says the next priority is getting the banking system open. Is he going to be able to do that this week?
No.
Why not?
No. Well, first of all, you need an agreement to do that, and that's going to take some time. We've been 5 months back and forth with no agreement, and if they could do it in 48 hours, that's fine. But even if they do it, questions remain as far as the banking system, because there's very little collateral in the system in order for ELA operations to be conducted. So even under an agreement situation, I think the ECB has to pull some kind of a rabbit out of the hat.
What happens if no rabbits appear out of any hats and we end up with a banking system that...
I'm not sure. We're in uncharted territory, to be honest. I don't think anybody has any idea exactly what's going to happen. The ECB has said that they're going to figure out a way to keep the banking system liquid, but again, I'm not exactly sure how they're going to do that.
Is that going to be the make or break thing? There's all kinds of agreements that need to be signed. We need to get agreements at Eurogroup levels, and we need to find some way of putting the creditors and the Greeks on the same page. But it's the banking system that seems
I think that's the key, yeah. I think that's the key to everything going forward.
What was last night about in your mind? What did the Greeks vote for?
I have no idea. It amazed me so much last night, this result. I mean, everybody thought it was going to be 50-50 or something like that, or very close, but nobody even imagined the 60-40 split. Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there that must be running businesses that voted no. There must be a lot of people there's a lot of people out there with a big stake in the economy that voted no. Everybody said it would just be civil servants and pensioners that were voting no, but it was beyond that.
I haven't broken it down yet, but yeah, it must have been beyond that, because there's no other explanation for it. And again, I'm not sure exactly what was on everybody's mind. But you know what? In my mind, whether it was yes or no, it doesn't really matter, because the measures that need to be taken and the agreement that's going to be signed, it's going to be along the same lines whether it was yes or no.
Right.
It doesn't really matter.
Alexis Tsipras is incredibly popular. There's nobody else out there at the moment on the Greek political landscape that looks like they can match him.
Right now, yes, no.
So how do we end up with a sort of constructive debate in this country? Nobody stood up and supported the Yes campaign beyond the mayor of Athens and Thessaloniki. Where does the alternative view come from?
That's a good question. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I think that if this situation continues and we see a lot more blood and tears, because right now we haven't seen any blood and tears in Athens.
It's remarkably calm.
Yes, we haven't seen anything yet. People are continuing with their lives thinking that nothing is going to happen, or that everything that has happened so far is no big deal. I think once we enter a situation where we have a lot more blood and tears, then I think that's when a lot of people will reconsider the situation. But so far that has not happened.